Hey, welcome everybody. We're here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. We're coming here to race one more time, and I just noticed I don't see nobody. Where's everybody at? Hello?
Hey man, we're about to do the race review. Where are you at?
I'm here at North Wilkesboro.
North Wilkesboro. Why are you at North Wilkesboro?
They're having a race here.
No, that was on iRacing.
iRacing. I'm sorry, I just got all excited and got dressed up and come to the track. I'll be on my way here shortly.
Welcome everyone to Side Draft. I'm Adam Hurst. My co-host Steve Hurst will be here shortly, but until then we have to talk about North Wilkesboro in iRacing. Fairly good race. Really enjoyed it, and cool to see North Wilkesboro yet again. Oh, there you are.
Here I am.
You're finally back.
Finally here.
How was your trip to North Wilkesboro?
It's fun. It's fun. Quiet, but fun. Okay, let's get into it.
We got to go back to the legendary North Wilkesboro yet again. At the beginning of the quarantine, we did the throwback race review to the 1996 Tyson Holly Farms 400, and we got to end the quarantine session of Side Draft with iRacing race.
It's kind of fun. We started with Wilkesboro and kind of ended with Wilkesboro, so it's pretty cool. I mean, it's Wilkesboro. It's awesome.
Okay, so Parker Kligerman got the pole, but he had to move to the back because the top three finishers of the last race, they just had to start in the back. So Cole Custer would get the pole, and Cole Custer would lead like a couple laps at the beginning. It was a fun short track, it looked like.
Yeah, it was very exciting, and I enjoyed the throwback paint schemes. Got to see the Harry Gant car, the Dale Earnhardt Sr. car, and Junior had a throwback car too, so it's pretty awesome. But yeah, it was a lot of a fun race to watch. I mean, I had a lot of fun watching it, and I wish they'd really put some money in this track and bring it back.
Yeah, and I hope maybe this isn't the last of the iRacing at North Wilkesboro. I'd like to see maybe a Legends iRacing race, like the Legends of the Sport. Get some of the like Richard Petty, get him in the iRacing stuff.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Not sure how they would adapt to like online racing compared to real life, but it'd be a lot of fun. But
him and DW and
yeah, that'd be a lot of fun to see. So that's an idea for all of you out there. Tweet somebody. So around lap 5, Denny Hamlin and John Hunter Nemechek would spin. Others involved, including Martin Truex Jr. Looked like Truex got the most damage. So welcome to iRacing, Truex.
Yeah, Truex has been out of town and hadn't been able to be on iRacing until today, and what a way to start, I guess.
And Cole Custer versus Ryan Preece on the next restart. And then Ryan Preece did go to the lead. It looked like Ryan Preece had, I would say the best car, but everyone had the same cars. But, it seemed like he really understood this track.
Yeah, he found a good line, and he just kind of like he's kind of checking out a little bit. Got a big, a straightaway lead or something. So
I think maybe that could be with his modified experience. A lot of short track experience in Ryan Preece. So, but he dominated the majority of the beginning of the race. Then lap 30, Michael McDowell would spin, and Eric Jones would also be involved. Seemed like those two drivers, they haven't really had the best of luck on iRacing.
No, they just had the luck and just run into each other and spin. Yeah. But how many people out there would really want to see Dale Jr. lead this race? I mean, he was right there. He got up third and second, and I just really couldn't get there to make the pass. But I was looking forward to seeing him take the lead.
I was really hoping Dale Jr. would win one of these iRacing races. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. We've come to the close of that, but he came pretty close a couple times.
Yeah, pretty close. I mean, he's done very well. But just get, everybody bumps into him, and just the way it is in iRacing.
And then Ross Chastain would stay out, and then it'd be him versus Smithley. And then we'd have another caution for Cole Custer. Got into somebody there and spun around. And it's kind of like Dover. If you spin, it's kind of hard to not hit anything.
Yeah, because everybody races pretty close, and you're just going to hit somebody or hit something.
So Ryan Preece will take the lead again on the next restarts. And then around lap 55, the 17 Chris Buescher lost the front end of his car. Got into something, maybe the wall, and that would be that caution.
Yep. There's all kinds of crazy incidents out there. Like some of them are good in the turns and just get loose and just spin around.
Then that would be where Ryan Preece gave up the lead to go get some fresh tires. And I really like with how North Wilkesboro is. Seems like tires doesn't matter all too much. It seems like track position is key here, and a lot of people tried that different strategy there. And also a thing I like about North Wilkesboro is there's not like a dominant line. I mean, there is a preferred line,
yeah.
But it doesn't matter. You can take the low line or the high line. They both work very well.
Yeah, I think the tires really count, but the track position is even better. A lot of times they get fresher tires. They can kind of turn a little better in the turns, but the track position is very hard to pass here, and I think it's what makes it so competitive here.
And then that would be where Christopher Bell would take the lead, and it'd be him versus Dale Jr. And then looked like Bell was very good at this track as well.
Yeah, he found a good line, and even Clint Boyer said that Bell was like one of the fastest one on the track, and he really proved it. I mean, he's really come around and got a little better on his iRacing, and a lot of us got better. I mean, look at Bobby Labonte. He was up there in the top 10, and Jeff Gordon, he got to the top 10, and it was good to see them. I mean, only two drivers that really drove on the actual track, and it was doing good here in iRacing.
Then John Hunter Nemechek, him and Joey Gase would get into it. They'd spin, but it would stay green. And then lap 69, Parker Kligerman, Garrett Smithley, and Kyle Busch would crash. Kyle Busch was one of those that, he showed improvements. He didn't quite have the day that he wanted today, but, he made some improvements.
Yeah, at one point he was up there in top 5. He was right there behind Christopher Bell. It looked like he's going to have a good day, but just got caught in a wreck.
And then we'd have another caution with Landon Castle, Austin Dillon. They'd spin. Many others included. This included Timmy Hill, and Timmy Hill became a wall kebab.
Yeah, I mean, if this is real life, he'd have really crushed that pit wall.
Yeah.
But it looked like Landon Castle kind of hit that curve. Like his curve's really, really big down there, and just made his car wash up to the track, and that kind of just turned everybody.
And then it would be Christopher Bell versus Dale Jr. yet again. But it would be Ross Chastain who would close in on Bell with 7 to go. But it seems like that track position is key. It really took Chastain forever to get alongside of Bell, and when he did, I believe he got loose, couldn't get around him. And then Denny Hamlin came into the picture, and even he couldn't get around him for quite a while. But eventually he would get the lead, and of course it would happen under commercial, so even iRacing is not immune to commercial lead changes.
Of course.
Of course.
Seems like every time we get a commercial, sometimes somebody gets a lead change.
And then we'd have a caution with Parker Kligerman and Bobby Labonte. So Labonte had a fairly good day up until that point.
Very tough. I mean, like every once in a while to get 3 wide in the turns. I mean, you can't do that at Wilkesboro. You're going to crash. And that's what kind of happened. I hate it for Bobby. It was good to see the interstate battery car out there again in 18, and I hate he got crashed.
Yeah, I was really hoping either him or Jeff Gordon would have won this race, or at least somebody with the throwback.
Yeah, I always want to see Timmy Hill win, see the old Scope Bandit car back in victory lane. That'd be pretty cool.
And let's see, after that, Eric Jones would stay out, and Corey LaJoie, his brake pedal decimated. It just disappeared. Corey.
I don't know. I mean, when he's running good, he has bad luck sometimes. But unfortunate, his brake pedal tore up and he had to exit the race.
And then after that, Ross Chastain would lead with 26 to go. I think he took 2 tires trying to get that track position. and it was working. It was working very well. But with 25 to go, just a lap later, would have a big crash, which involved kind of Truex and Clint Boyer and John Hunter Nemechek, and then that just kind of wiped out most of the field behind them.
Yeah, Clint Boyer is doing really great. I mean, he's come through the field. He's actually up there almost to the top 5, and at one point, and here he gets crashed, and he has to have a tough day.
Yeah, he did. So,
but you know, he said he really enjoyed racing here, and even he said he'd like to see him come here and race for real.
And then it'd be Chastain versus Timmy Hill with I believe like 15, 16 to go, somewhere in there. And then Christopher Bell, he would spin a couple laps later, no caution, it stayed green. And then it would be Denny Hamlin versus Chastain. Looked like Hamlin just cruised around Timmy Hill. I don't know what happened there with Hill. I don't know if he just.
I don't know if Hill could have hold the bottom really good. He gets more better in the middle groove, and Denny can get his car turned just a little bit better than Timmy can.
And then I thought we was going to see a really cool, exciting finish, but Denny Hamlin just went ahead and got the bump and run done early, so he wouldn't have to worry about anything. But that was really aggressive bump and run there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I can't tell if Ross was trying to come down too, but even he couldn't hold the bottom, and it looked like Denny got into him, pushed him up the track, and that's how he got the pass. But really cool race. The end of these races kind of suck sometimes. But
yeah, it's like recently at the short tracks, it's always been somebody just goes out there and we're just like, okay.
I mean, I know a lot of people out there is like, man, where's his daughter at? Well, she's got the remote. Can you turn his screen off or something? You know, it's like, I mean, that's what I was wanting.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up the remote thing.
I mean, I want to see a throwback car or somebody.
Yeah, it's like at
interesting
Darlington, and somebody comes out there with a non-throwback car, and you're like, why did you even show up? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're going back to the old school. I mean, I'd like to see the old school cars, you know, like back in the '96.
Yeah, and they did announce that they will be coming to iRacing very soon. Would have been cool if they would have got those out there to race for this race.
Yeah, I mean, you go into a special racetrack, at least bring a throwback paint scheme or something, you know, instead of just an ordinary race car. I mean, we want to see some old style paint schemes. You know, I ain't seen anybody out there at the Bill Elliott scheme or the maybe DW or something, you know.
Yeah, it seems like very few people participated in the throwback schemes, but those that did had some really cool ones. I really like Corey LaJoy's as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the iRacing race at North Wilkesboro, and that concludes the Pro Invitational Series. There was no points or anything, but I think if anybody was the champion of this, it would have to be Timmy Hill. I would say William Byron, but since Byron took this race off, I think the points would have been Timmy Hill. But it would have been really close with Hill and Byron.
Yeah, I think Hill is probably the most consistent through all these races. I mean, it gives him a lot more confidence. Hopefully, I mean, it don't really transfer much over to the reality world, but you know, it does give you a little confidence in going into getting this real race car now.
But Denny Hamlin did win this race. Congratulations to Denny Hamlin. He won the first race and the last race of this Pro Invitational. Yes, how did you enjoy this, I guess, mini-series?
Well, it gave me some entertainment. I appreciate what iRacing and NASCAR has done. At least give something to the fans to watch. And I mean, I know it made the drivers have some fun, and it was a lot of fun to watch, and it was very interesting.
Yeah, we got to have like a couple more memes throughout this, like the Denny Hamlin and the remote thing, and then Alex Bowman's dogs, and you know, like there was some unfortunate things that happened because of all of that happened, but you know, I think it was a fairly good thing.
Yeah, it's fun to watch them in their natural environment, you know, in their own house, and get to see some of the personalities, just to have fun, because you quarantine and you just want to stir crazy, want to do something. And everybody get on their iRacing and have fun.
Yeah, and to let iRacing get some extra spotlight, and it was cool to see that, and maybe because of this we could see more different tracks. I know I heard maybe Hickory Speedway could be coming to iRacing, and it also allowed North Wilkesboro to get more attention there. Maybe it's going to take a lot of work to get North Wilkesboro back in real life. There's no doubt about that, but maybe this was a positive race. Maybe more people watch this race, and NASCAR might be like, well, maybe we could.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the owners of Wilkesboro decide to do anything to make it better. I mean, I know NASCAR, some of the drivers like to go back there, and I know a lot of the fans would like to go back there. I know I would, and the chance I had a chance to go to Wilkesboro, they didn't close down. So I'd really like to see them do something with this track, whether it's running modifieds or some other kind of little series like K&N or something like that.
Yeah, overall I really enjoyed this Pro Invitational series, and I really do hope this does spark something for North Wilkesboro. And their last Cup race there was 2 years before I was born, so I never got to go there as a fan. But hopefully one day I'll be able to. Like I said, it's going to take some work, but hopefully this will lead us into the rebirth of North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Back when NASCAR's coming into getting bigger and bigger, and a lot of these bigger tracks was wanting their dates, and that's the reason Wilkesboro kind of lost its date and went away. And now everybody's starting to come back to these little short tracks, and I'll be interested to see what NASCAR wants to do with here.
I'm very interested in that as well. But final thoughts. Thank you NASCAR and Fox and iRacing for providing us something to talk about during this quarantine and very scary pandemic that is still going on. But next week we'll be back, talk about some real races, some real life races, and
that's going to be interesting too. Just to talk about that. So no fans. I mean, Victory Lane, you're going to be 6 foot distances there too, or what?
Or would you even have Victory Lane at that point? So
I don't know. It's going to be a big question mark over here. This upcoming week is officially. I said Dover.
I don't even know what you said, but but this upcoming week is race week for the first time since the week of Phoenix. So really enjoyed this iRacing stuff, and had a lot of fun. I know a lot of you really enjoyed it. I want to thank all of you that did join us through iRacing. Thank you, and hope you enjoy our stuff that is upcoming. We have some live streams coming up on Thursday. We'll be celebrating our 300th video, and so we'll talk more about Darlington, and also Fast Picks will be coming back in the picture. That will be this upcoming Saturday. But until then, here's some videos that you can watch. We have the throwback race review of North Wilkesboro in case you missed that, and this is a video that YouTube suggests that you would like. And also don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time on Side Draft.